welcome to my YouTube channel. If this is the first video of mine you're seeing, my name's Rachel and I like to make stuff. Today we're going to be making a shirt, and it's actually a shirt that I've made 2 times before. I've used this pattern called the puffy dress that I found on Etsy, and instead of making a dress version, I've just kept it to a shirt version, and that's what we're going to do today. This is one of the ones I've already made. This is a cotton gingham. It's this nice kind of structured material, so it really does end up being kind of a puffy shirt. I also made it in this really beautiful, magical, soft, champagne-y gold satin. It hangs a lot differently than the other one. I just feel really fancy in this shirt. I thought it would be really fun to make kind of a fall version since I loved these shirts so much and I wore them quite a bit in the spring and summer. And I found this really pretty cotton and viscose window pane plaid. And it's kind of drapey. It's got a nice feel to it, so I thought it would be good for this shirt. So if you want to come see how I make it, then keep on watching. Alright, so the first thing I need to do is figure out if we have all the pattern pieces for this pattern still. And this is where I keep all of my patterns that I already have. It's not super organized, and I've made this shirt twice, so I just have to see if I can find pieces for it. There's one. The first here, so that's actually the bottom of my shirt since I'm making a shirt instead of a dress. The top back sleeve cuffs. This is one of the front pieces. And we should just be looking for some sleeves now. Perfect. Sleeves. Since I download my patterns from Etsy, you can print them out on regular paper. I put them together like a big puzzle, and then you cut out all the shapes from this giant piece of paper that you put together. That's how I got all of these little shapes. There are 2 different options for sleeve closures, and I've always done tie sleeves. So I'm going to have to make a couple long straps. All right, so now we're going to cut out the pattern. The top part right here, I'm gonna do all diagonally. So this is all going to be a diamond print up at the top, and then the sleeves and the bottom portion are all going to be straight. All right, so now that we have all the shapes for the shirt, I like to keep all of them stacked like this so that I don't lose them. So here we go to set up. Okay, so now that we have the front of the top done, we're going to start with the first gathered part at the bottom. I'm going to turn my stitch length way up to as high as it'll go. And then you're going to have 2 long stitches just parallel to each other all the way along the edge of my fabric. So I'm going to do that really quick. All right, so now we have both pieces. We have 2 of these, the front and back. They both have these long stitches that run parallel to each other. And on each side, we have 4 little strings dangling here. You want to take 2 strings from one of the sides. This part's pretty magical. You can scrunch it up, so then you can make it gathered like that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to pin the 2 front pieces the way that we want them. Normally the pattern just meets right in the middle. For this version, I think I'm going to have them crisscross a little bit, just because I've noticed with the other ones, the gap in the shoulders is pretty wide, and so I have to kind of fiddle with it as I'm wearing it a little bit. And with this, I want it super easy to just throw on and not have to worry about it. So we're going to put those 2 pieces, lay them down, and then gather this to match the width of that top section and the back section. this is what it looks like. As you can see, we've got seams on the outside here, and that's because we're going to be doing French seams. This is something that changed my life because I don't have a serger. So what a serger does is basically finishes these raw edges on all the seams on the inside of your clothes so that they don't fray when you wash them. So you'll notice on a lot of clothes that you have, if you turn them inside out, the whole edge will be wrapped in thread. So we don't have that machine. I can do a zigzag stitch or something to kind of fake that, but what I'm going to do is a French seam, which means that this is actually going to be the outside of the shirt. So right now it doesn't look cute because you've got that exposed seam, but what we're going to do is we're going to trim it, and then we're going to turn this over and press that, and then we're going to sew along that seam too. So it's going to be all encased in here. So this is going to be the inside of our shirt, and it's going to be beautiful. So kind of like that, right? So if you look at the front here, it looks nice, it's gathered, but this is the inside of the shirt, and all of these seams are finished. So if you see that, there's no fraying on the inside. So that is what a French seam is good for. It's not good on all fabrics. This one's pretty nice and light, so it's not gonna get too bulky at doing the French seams. So there's the front, and then I'm gonna go do the back too. Now that I finished this back part, we can secure these two together. We have the top of the shirt. So it's just kind of a big rectangle right now. But yeah, that's what it's looking like right now, and Roz just woke up from her nap, so I think we'll be done for today, but tomorrow we can do some more. Hi, so it's Sunday now. I think we can finish it today because we need to do the neck binding right here. Then we're gonna attach some sleeves, do the sleeve cuffs, do the whole side seam after we've attached the sleeves, and then hopefully get the bottom hemmed, and then it'll be done. All right, so my camera died in the middle of me doing the neck binding, but I wanted to update you. So we've got one sleeve over here, and then I haven't attached this one yet, but I needed to show you the neck binding because this is probably the best neck binding I've ever done. That is what the neck binding looks like from the inside, and then even the corners turned out good. I really feel like a lot of the parts of my sewing projects that I'm most proud of are parts that nobody's ever going to notice, so it's kind of fun to be able to show somebody. So I'm gonna finish putting this other sleeve on today, and then we'll see where we are time-wise. Roz is gonna wake up from her nap pretty soon, and I promised Patrick I would make pretzels today because the Seahawks play. So let's go attach his sleeve. So this is what we have so far. We've attached both sleeves. We just have to do the side seams and the hem and the cuffs. So we're going to do that tomorrow. I'm gonna go make some pretzels. Morning. All right, today we will finish the shirt. Here's how we're gonna do it. Side seams, sleeve cuffs, hem. Let's go. All right, so the shirt is actually shirt shaped now because we finished the side seams and we left a little bit open. It's gonna have us kind of roll this in so that each of these sides will be nice and finished. But before that, I'm gonna make some straps and I'll show you how I do that. All right, now we have 2 cuffs that I have ironed in half. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna sandwich each of these inside of here. And then, so we have to do one on one side and then one on the other side. And then we sew these together, and then that's gonna be the beginning of our cuff. All right, so we're almost done with the shirt. We just finished the cuffs, and I'm just gonna go hem it really quick, so the next time you see me, I'm gonna be wearing it. So there it is. I finished the shirt. I'm super happy with how it turned out, but I feel like this is probably my favorite one of the 3 that I have. It's just a really nice fabric. It's nice and cozy, but it's not too hot. It still hangs really nicely. It turned out pretty much just as I expected it to. The only thing is I accidentally sewed one of these cuffs on backwards. You can kind of see some strings on this side. This side turned out perfect. But those are a couple things that nobody else is gonna notice except for me. All right, thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun making this shirt, and I'm gonna wear it all day. If you like this video, then like this video. If you didn't, then hopefully you'll like the next one. I'll see you guys later.